of the State Express World Team Snooker Classic, taking place here at the Hexagon Theatre in Reading. Well, 6 nations are taking part. They're split into 2 groups, as you'll know if you're with us throughout the day. And today's opening match has been between Canada and Wales, the 2 finalists from last year, when Wales won the title, defended the title they'd won the year before. Well, this afternoon, in the first of the 6 matches each nation plays, it was Canada who got off to the flying start. Kirk Stevens beat Ray Reardon, Cliff Thorburn beat Doug Mountjoy. All matches are over the best of 3 frames. And then Terry Griffiths got the first Welsh victory when he beat Bill Werbeneck. So at half-time, it was Canada 2, Wales 1. And then this evening, Wales repaired that situation. Terry Griffiths beat Kirk Stevens, Doug Mountjoy beat Bill Werbeneck, so the whole tie rested on the final match between the 2 captains there, Cliff Thorburn and Ray Reardon. So it was Wales leading Canada 3-2. If Canada won this last match, there would be a sudden death 1-frame playoff. If Ray Reardon won it for Wales, they defended that successful 100% record. Wales had never lost a tie in the 2-year history of this championship. Well, in the first 3 frames they played, Cliff Thorburn got off to the good start. In fact, he won the frame 66-36. It took him 41 minutes. So it was all on the 2nd frame, and Cliff Thorburn got off to the start again. He had an opening break of 32, Reardon still to put a ball down, which is where we join it, with our commentators Rex Williams and Ted Lowe.
And that is not quite as good as Reardon would have hoped. He can put the blue into the centre pocket, but the cue ball's got to go through bulk, or he can put it into the corner pocket, which of course is more difficult.
It's a great shot.
6.
He's having a look at the black to see if it'll respot after putting it. Now you can see the spot, in fact, just to the right-hand side of the black between the 2 balls.
I think the problem really is, Ted, that the black has got to go back there because no other spot is available, and it may cover the red. I think he had to get back onto something else, because I think when he goes back on the spot, or as near as the spot as possible, it will cover the red into the corner pocket.
And Reardon's having a good look. Referee John Smythe coming forward to have a word with Ray. The true definition, of course, is that all spots being occupied, the black spot has to be spotted as near its own spot as possible between its spot and the top cushion, and that's exactly where John Smythe has put it. Oh dear.
No.
He certainly didn't bargain for that.
Wales 4, Canada.
Well, 22 points in it.
Well, Reardon didn't look too happy there, but of course it didn't make any difference about where that black was spotted, because it, as you say, Ted, it had to go in that position. No other spot was available. But he didn't seem too happy about what referee John Smart did, but I'm sure it was quite correct.
Now, he's in such a position, I think, to be able to pop that black into the top right-hand pocket. $30 points now in it.
8.
This, of course, the frame that Thorburn requires to make the matches all square.
Right. 9. $14.
Oh. Played that with a terrific amount of side and missed the pot. A serious stage of the frame as well.
50. One. Eight. Nine. $16.
4 reds to go.
$17. 23. 24.
And he's kicking himself over that lost mistake which has allowed Reardon in here.
$29. $30.
This blue will put him just 1 point behind.
$35.
The last red disappears. The points all square. Now he's left himself a slight angle on this yellow. The green, as you see, is difficult and
41.
towards the right-hand cush. His break standing at 43 at this moment.
$43. Well.
Reardon then puts Wales back into the match.
Canada 50, Wales 57.
And a further opportunity for Ray Reardon. Now that's the run of the bulls. You do the bulls wrong, and they certainly repay you. Cliff Thorburn missing that vital ball a little earlier, allowed Ray Reardon in with a break of 43, and he's now struggling.
Well, yes, I think he's got real problems here, Ted, because apart from being difficult to hit this green, if he misses it, he could leave a free ball, and that could be absolutely disastrous at this point in the game. Not easy, as I say, to even hit the green to start off with, but can't even afford to miss it. Just looking at the angle there, trying to make a little bit, he's just thinking about swerving around the blue to make the angle that he wants to hit on the side cushion. Needs to swerve it to get the angle.
He's unlucky.
Well, you say that, Ted, but I think that he probably consider himself lucky because he hasn't left a free ball and he's got it safe. And I would think that's a bonus.
A good try by the Canadian. $11 points in it. 25 points on the table. A terrific shot there from Thorburn. Oh! After such a brilliant green, he fails on a comparatively easy brown.
Canada 53, Wales 61.
Eight points in it at the moment. That's a good one, but not quite the snooker. Still anybody's frame, this. And this time Reardon gets the snooker.
Yes, that was a super shot there from Reardon, because he was near the cushion, playing against the nap, had to make absolute perfect contact to get the cue ball behind the blue. A really good shot. Well, Cliff is looking at one or two ways. Swerve shot off the side cushion. I would think that if he hits the brown, he'll be lucky to leave it safe, playing it off the side cushion. Well, that was the problem. Leaving both balls at the top end of the table, and it was very unlikely that he would get it safe.
He now just requires the blue.
4.
17 points ahead, 13 points on the table.
9.
And so Reardon makes it all square, one frame each, and the final frame to come.
So after 15 frames in this opening tie on the first day of the State Express World Team Classic, Wales having made the bad start, the whole tie rested on this third and final frame between these two players, Ray Reardon and Cliff Thorburn. And the issue was quite simple. If Thorburn wins, it will be 3-all in matches, and those two players will stay on the table to play a one-frame match decider. Now, if Reardon wins, Wales will have kept, for the time being, their 100% record in this team championship, this being the third year. So here's the last frame. They're in play, but all the balls are on the table. There's no score. This is Cliff Thorburn.
That could be in the bottom pocket. No.
One. 6. Seven.
Pink into the top pocket, and Reardon inspecting the pack for his next red.
Thirteen. Fourteen.
Pink into the center.
20.
Well, this time playing to bring the cue ball back to leave a choice of either the blue or the pink into the same corner pocket.
21.
Blue into the center or pink into the corner. Just gone that little bit further with the cue ball, but nicely on the blue. This next red will
26.
completely leave the pink ball clear into both corner pockets. Reardon, I feel sure, will be wanting to make the match secure with this frame and this visit to the table, because the reds are really
27.
well placed.
His break goes to 33.
$33. $34.
The hopes of Canada now resting fairly heavily on the shoulders of Cliff Thorburn.
I think really now, Ted, that
40.
Canada may be lucky to get back to the table again with a chance of winning this match.
$41.
The black is tied up, but still one or two loose reds, and the blue and pink nicely open, so Reardon won't be bothering too much about the black, just clearing the loose reds and getting the position into a frame winning one.
$47. $48.
Not quite far enough down the table.
No, he was quite disappointed with that shot because Again, Ted had the choice of the pink or the blue, so there was a big margin of error. And I feel sure that Reardon will be very disappointed with that shot that he played there on that red.
Well, a very useful break of 48 in this final frame by Reardon. Still 7 reds to go. The formidable Welsh team started this first match, the first of 9 days' play, as 7-4 on favourites. And until this particular frame, it was anybody's match. I don't think Cliff's come around far enough to get onto the pink.
Rainbow. One, Canada.
A chance for Canada here. And my word, he split those reds beautifully. Sitting right behind the pink.
Yes, and I think that no matter where he stops with the cue ball after following this pink, he's got a choice of a couple of reds. I think a choice of 2 reds in to the 2 top pockets.
He's having a good look at the tip on, that's his own full bat cue. Screws into 3 pieces.
Seven. Eight. $14.
$33 points behind at the moment, and 4 reds to go.
15.
Just getting slightly out of position there on the pink, and the result is that he's just slightly out of position on the next red.
No.
21. Canada.
And so
Wales,
Cliff Thorburn walks
48,
back to his seat,
Canada, 22.
now 26 points behind. And a bit of a let-off by Reardon. Just a little awkward to cue here.
Well, this blue is quite missable. Well, he's playing the green, I think. Well, it wasn't the easiest shot to get position. He looked at 2 or 3 shots there. Cliff Thorburn even looked at the black.
4.
It wasn't easy to get position on the final 2 reds.
Well, he certainly pulled one out of the bag there. Comes to rest right behind the brown. 21 points in it. The angle on the brown just right to bring the cue ball back up the table for the last red. Not sufficient strength.
9.
Oh dear.
9. Canada.
There's a lot of table between the 2 balls,
Wales, 48.
but the red is
Canada,
dangerously
31.
over that bottom pocket. remains on the table, and the difference 17 points.
Everything wrong.
Well, has he done it again? It's a very nasty little shot. Beautifully judged shot, that, by Reardon. Blue across the table, if successful, must be on the yellow. Now 23 points ahead.
6.
$25 in front and 25 on the table. And he's yet to pot this green. And he's gone off.
8.
So Thorburn can win.
Wales 4. Canada.
Reardon's amazed. He can't understand it.
Well, I thought that was a very risky shot there, letting the cue ball fly around the table like that, Ted. He could have played a good safety shot, or he could have played a double on the green and kept the cue ball absolutely dead safe. I feel that was quite a loose shot there from Reardon, and he could well suffer from it.
And Thorburn, in fact, Reardon looks very disturbed now. I was about to say Thorburn has, in fact, come almost dead straight on this brown. He wanted a slight angle, obviously, to bring the cue ball back up for that blue. He got his position.
3. Canada.
The run of the balls in favour of the
Wales
Canadians.
56. Canada 38.
Reardon now finds himself snookered. He certainly had the match in the bag. It's over the middle pocket.
Four.
And again, he's not come right.
What do you think I feel?
Now the black's gone safe.
9.
Well, I think the only thing that Cliff can do now is play the pink into the centre pocket and leave a double on the black into the other centre pocket. Well, he's missed it, but he's got out of it safe again.
9. Canada. Wales 56, Canada 47.
A difference of just
Right,
9
gentlemen.
points. The closing moments of this first day's play proving to be full of excitement. Indeed, an intriguing situation arises. If Thorburn takes these 2 balls, Canada wins this match, and the matches will be all square. Very safe now. I can't think that Cliff Thorburn will attempt that one into the middle.
No, that was a pretty good safety shot there from Reardon, and of course Cliff needing both colours. The black is in a difficult position, so the odds are certainly in favour of Reardon in this frame, and it's not easy for Cliff to play this shot and not leave Ray Reardon a chance of potting the pink.
Now the cue ball this time, tight under the
Wales
cushion.
56, Canada 47.
Reardon requires this pink for a Welsh victory. It's there. And so the congratulations from Canada in the form and shape of Captain Cliff Thorburn as a triumphant Ray Reardon takes victory for Wales in our first day's play.
What an old fighter that man Ray Reardon is. So there's the first result on the board. 4-2 to Wales, the defending champions. Well, the other team in that group is the Republic of Ireland. They come into play tomorrow, and they'll play Wales. In the Republic of Ireland, there they are, Patsy Fagan, Eugene Hughes and Desi Sheehan, playing the total of 6 matches against the Welsh team we've seen in play today. So that's the match we look forward to tomorrow. Our first of our transmissions is at 1:55, but the hero of today, the Welsh captain, Ray Reardon.
Time is just after 26 minutes past